Well, hello, Paprika. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm
Ooh,
doing
knocking
good.
down my
I'm
mic
doing.
while I'm at it, trying to
You
get
say
ready.
what?
I said I'm knocking down my mic. We did good on episode one. Now we're on episode two. And the title of this episode is what, Susie? Aging ain't easy.
There you go.
Aging ain't easy. Aging ain't easy. So first of all, I want to thank our audience, thank our friends, our subscribers, everyone that has listened to our first podcast. We are learning the ropes here. So continue to give us grace as we learn. And we appreciate everybody's emails and comments that have come in. We are so appreciative. So moving into our next episode. Aging ain't easy. Oh my goodness. So, Paprika, how you doing today? How you feeling?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little not put together today.
This
But
is
I'm here.
relaxed day. This is
We got
relaxed.
we got
I got
sweatshirts on.
I got sweat. Look, who you got on today?
Oh, I got on Virginia Beach today.
I got on Dallas. So we repping,
Oh, we
repping.
have the same. That's right.
Yeah, okay, moving right
Airport
along.
sweatshirts.
I know we got a little sidetracked because we casual today, okay? Because
Right.
that's a part of aging because we love comfy, 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 comfy. So anyway, I'm gonna start off with our categories. Remember, our categories are on a serious note and why did we or what were we thinking? Okay, so on a serious note, how do you feel, Paprika, about being in your mid 50s?
Mm,
I told you he was coming back to this. Didn't I tell you? I told you.
you
Uh,
did.
I said it.
Um, well,
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning to embrace.
Mm-hmm.
Not doing a good job at it. But I'm learning to embrace it. And don't get me wrong, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the 55 years I've been here. But am I having a hard time embracing it? I am, to be
Are we
absolutely
saying our
honest.
age now? Okay, then we are embracing it. Very good.
Yeah, I'm embracing, but yeah, it's not the same because my 35, 40-year-old mind says one thing and the 55-year-old body says another.
I can feel you. I can feel you on
And
that.
that person that I'm married to keeps reminding me that I'm
Ah,
55.
yeah, because that's what happens when he gets to the next stage. But anyway,
Yeah,
yep.
but I'm good though. How about you, CP? How about you?
So let me see. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Let me pinch myself. Am I really in my mid 50s? Sometimes in my mind, I feel like I'm in my okay. I used to say 25, but I'm not in my 25 no more in my mind. Sometimes I think I'm in my 30s, but my body says no, you're not. So okay, embracing 55. However, it does feel a little gloomy sometimes, and that's only because back in the day, when our parents and our grandparents were in their 50s, that was like an old age.
Hmm.
But I don't feel like that's today. Today,
Yeah.
the 50s
Yep.
ain't like they used to be. We ain't
Mm-mm.
wearing no stretch pants, no elastic pants, and no, we're not wearing. I mean, the fashions have changed. A lot of things have changed with us aging, but I feel like I'm embracing it more. There's
Hmm.
some things that I have decided to just age gracefully because number one, we don't have a choice. And number two, there's some things that I'm not going to do. And I think we have some of those topics on our agenda later. But yeah, so just embracing it. I mean, it comes with just knowing that we're blessed to be here, still
Yeah.
above the
Agree.
ground, able to still enjoy life, able to watch our kids blossom and have families and have kids. By the way, congratulations on your
Yeah. Oh yeah.
grandbaby. Yay. So excitement there. And, it's just some things that we are a little more patient about
Hmm.
than what we were previously. And we also have a lot of I don't cares. Okay. So,
Yeah.
so that comes with it. But yeah, that's my feelings on it. I mean, I have more, but I'll
Yeah.
keep it short, sweet, and to the point.
Those are good. That was
So
perfect.
what you have for us today?
So
Bring
on
it
a
on, bring
funny
it on.
side of it, here we go. Why do we try, or why did we try so many diet plans.
Oh, that came in right on time.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Why did we? You know what? I can tell, just go back to thinking about Paprika when we used to I think how many times did we go on the phentermine and the B12 one? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I ain't
Lot.
gonna put us out there, but we did it. We did it.
Yep.
And boy, was it some jittery times, right? That was some jittery times. That
Lost that
caffeine
weight
like was
though.
that was no joke. We did. Slim Fast was one other one. We did the Slim
Weight
Fast.
Watchers.
Weight Watchers. Yeah.
Yeah, we lost weight. We got good. And remember, we did Weight Watchers right before Thanksgiving that one year.
Yes, we did.
We did
And we
good.
did good. We lost a lot of weight. And we all,
Yep.
the thing about it, no matter what we did, we knew what we needed to do. And because we knew what we needed to do, um, it's for us to gain the weight back was our own fault,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
That's one thing we came to find to determine that, okay, yeah, we can try all these plans all we want. We can go to the gym, we can work out, we can do the
Mhm.
plans, we lose the weight, but lo and behold, it comes back if you don't continue to do a regimen. So
Yep.
I had a tip to let everybody know, yes, when you get into your upper age, and you start to lose your metabolism and you start to go in menopause and things like that start happening, stay on course, stay on track, train your body to not eat so many sweets, train your body to eat protein, train your body not to stay on starch, train your body not to want those things, and then your metabolism will work for you and not against you. So that's my thought. What
That's
about you?
right. And you said a word there to start with an M, the menopause. Woo.
Menopause. We got some,
Man,
that's a
does
whole
that have a
nother
lot with
time.
us? And especially especially with the eating,
Oh,
um,
oh, oh.
in talking about diet plans. Good Lord.
I know, right?
Um, yeah, but I agree. Yep, we gotta learn how to maintain.
We
I know,
do.
these diet plans that we were on, there were some good quick fixes. They did teach us how to eat right, eat better, but
It
you
taught
know,
it taught us a lot. I
it
think
did.
we take heed more now than we did previously. I
Yeah.
think also coming with us aging or getting a little more wisdom and
Hmm.
growing within ourselves, we also realize that our health is also associated with our weight, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Blood number, your blood work, your numbers come out, whether it be, I'm blessed to say, no hypertension, no diabetes, none of things like that. But have you been borderline? We've been borderline on some of those. So our physicians tend to tell us some things that we need to not do, or we need to lose weight so that we don't fall over in those categories.
Mhm.
So that's been a blessing to be able to say, hey, I've been able to watch my health. Where did I not reach those numbers?
Mhm.
So that's another thing you're going to learn as you age, is that your health is going to, what you eat is going to matter how healthy you are, right?
Mhm.
So
Agree.
okay, well, cool. Well, yeah, so we still working on that, but we do more gym now than we do anything, right? More
Yeah, that's for sure.
workouts.
Yep.
We spend more
Back.
time.
Yep. I stopped there for a second, and I'm back in it, and I'm
So
I'm
we
getting back. So
back on the routine, back on the
back on a
routine.
routine. It'll be three. I
Yes.
think this is my third week back in, so it's getting easier.
There you go. I know I've been fortunate. I decided to do a gym membership, and I made that a daily event during the week, during my lunch break, to go to the gym Monday through Friday, and I do break on the weekends. And if I feel like my muscles can't take a lot of that, excuse me, can't take a lot of that,
Mhm.
and I do take a break. But yeah, but I feel better. You feel better
You do.
going to the gym, about movement and things like that that we don't do like we used to when we was in our 20s and our 30s. But yeah,
That that's for
so
sure. That's for
I
sure.
have a why do we moment. Why do we, as we age, we feel a little more insecure about our looks and and us aging? It gives us this insecurity feeling sometimes, and I'm gonna let you go, but have a good example. Go ahead.
Yeah, just like when we first started off, embracing our age. I'm not ready to embrace the wrinkles.
Mhm,
Not.
mhm.
I think I know it's a little vain, and yes, I can be vain to some things, and that's one of them. That's one of them. The appearance, the
It's
wrinkles have not. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I don't know what it is. I guess it just equates that. And even though we have a lot of wisdom, being, as you age, you have,
mhm,
you gain more wisdom, which is good and it's fantastic. But I
mhm.
guess in my mind, somewhere it's like, okay, you're going to be 70 in like next week.
Oh,
When,
no.
but, but I
You'll
know
be 70 in next week.
if if I see that wrinkle somewhere come up,
You think
but
that's gonna, oh, okay.
yeah, but yeah, but, how
No.
about you?
Well, I think for me, like I'm having this moment now. I mean, you've been hearing me talk about Chris Breezy here ever since, I don't know, ever since when, I don't know when. But anyway, I know I'm like Chris Breezy's mama's age. Okay. But I love me some Chris Breezy, not so much him as, you know, him, but I love me some Chris Breezy. I love his music. He's a good performer. I'm in the waiting line in the queue to get my tickets. And then we talk about meet and greet, right? And I'm like,
Mhm.
mm, no, I can't do a meet and greet with Chris Breezy because I'm
Sure you can.
50, I'm 55. I can't do that. But
Sure you
anyway,
can.
what did you say?
Absolutely can.
You said absolutely can't. Well, in my mind, I'm thinking that I'm not, um, I'm too old to do that. And I should like just sit in the seats and enjoy the show and let it be, right? So that's one thing. I think about that. I think about things that we used to do that we
Yeah.
can't do because we are this age, which I don't know if you classify it as an insecurity, but you tend to look at how does it look? Because you remember you
Mm,
have to say this to your parents and be like, you going there? Hmm.
yeah.
You on? I remember when the kids used to be like, why are you on Facebook?
Yep. Same.
So
Yeah.
it's just you think about things differently because you're like you're older and you got to kind of look at, do you still fit in those areas, or do you still go and do those things that
Hmm.
that you used to find that was very appealing to you, that was entertainment, or
Hmm.
that was appealing. We used to go dance all the time.
Yeah.
And now it's like I can't stay up past 9 o'clock. And by the time it's time to dance, everybody else just getting in and we going home. So that's a whole nother story. But I think the insecurities, I wouldn't call them insecurities. It's just you start to question whether you do these things, whether you can do these things. I'm going to see Chris Brown regardless. But
Yeah.
my thing on the meet and greet, I think it gives me the sense of, nah, I can't do meet and greet. That's for the younger people. And see, that in my mind means that that's okay for me because, if that was my son, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, oh, you're an old lady up here trying to
Good
get
point.
a meet and greet with my
Didn't
son.
think about
I
that.
mean, I'm not saying that that's what she would say because she know her son's a superstar. But and I mean, I put yourself in her shoes. But at the same token, I'm just like, just let the young people do that. I enjoy the show and still get I still reap the same benefits, right? So anyway, but that's how I see that. I view that.
Well, let's do this. Let's ask our listeners and our
Oh,
followers how
all
they feel
right.
about that.
How do you feel?
Should CP, aka Cayenne Pepper, do a Chris Brown meet and greet? I say yes.
Should I do
Um,
it? Hey, Chris. Hey,
I
Chris.
say hugs. I
Hey,
say touch
Chris.
shoulders.
Hey, Chris.
So y'all let us know
Hey,
what
Chris.
you think. Yes or no? Should CP go and do a meet and greet with
Should
Chris
I do a
Brown?
meet and greet? Should I not do
My vote is yes. So
a
y'all got my vote.
meet
Y'all
and
heard it
greet?
here.
Should
So
I
we'll see
not do
what
a
you have to
meet?
say. Y'all let us know.
Let us know. Send us an email. Let us know. I'm curious now. I want to
Uh-huh.
know how you feel. How you feel. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, that's my question I
Yeah.
had for you. So,
I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun if you, I mean, I understand. I totally get how you feel. Yeah,
but
because, yeah,
it
when,
comes
when
with the age. You
it
start
does.
question. Well, do we still do those things? I
Yeah.
don't
And,
know.
and there's things that we probably shouldn't do. But then again, I'm like, it's Chris Brown. Once in a lifetime.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though he
Well,
is like
it's not
12.
Lionel Richie.
No. No. Oh, no.
Oh, nothing against
No, no.
nothing against Lionel Richie. It's just, those are the people we used to listen to back in our day. Okay, telling our age. But anyway, but yeah, he's not doing a mean girl.
No.
Okay, back. Let me get back. Let me come
All
back.
right.
Okay, go ahead. Over to you.
All right. So since we're on our aging, and let me know let me know how. And no, we don't want to go see Lionel Richie. Shout out to Lionel Richie, although he makes some great music, but
Yes.
if I had to pick my pick, excuse me, Chris Brown. But anyway, okay, so back on our serious note. So CP, how do you feel about, since we're on our aging topic, how do you feel about getting Botox fillers, all of those things? Tell me your thoughts on that.
Well, well, we've had this discussion, and I have my thought is we should just age gracefully, right?
Mhm.
Let everything come in. Only reason I say that is because when you start altering your body and changing
Mhm.
things,
Mhm.
then there could be some adverse effect. For example, for some of the fillers, I see it, my medical brain
Mhm.
says you put fillers in, it stretches skin. It's a constant have to continue to keep it up. And if you can't keep it up for whatever reason, then that skin is going to sink in,
Yeah.
or it has nothing to fill it after a while. So then you're stuck with that look, and that's an alter. So that part of it, Botox, you just don't move. It's like your facial expressions are like done. I mean, I, I've seen people with it on their face and there's no expression. So I think the after effects of some of those things that are not natural,
Mhm.
um, I think the side effects, the things that change you in the midst of getting them, I just have a problem with those things. Fillers in your lips, I feel like they look like ballpark franks when you cook them. They look plump. Look at you. I mean, they really look different.
Yeah, they
Some
do.
people get them and they look like, I mean, they look like really duck lips. And I'm like, that is not appealing. It's not an appealing look. I mean, if
Mm-mm.
you don't have lips, some people do it because they don't have lips.
Yeah.
If you have lips, be blessed with the put some lip gloss.
Mm-hmm.
Pop
Yeah.
a lip gloss. Yeah. But don't plump them where they look like they're like extra big.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's another side effect. Once you plump them like that, you put that filler in, and that filler, it doesn't set as long. It's like, what's gonna happen with that skin that you done stretched?
Yeah.
So those are the things that I think about. Now, some things alter it. I know we all, people go through and do um tummy tucks, and those are good, but with that it's still a side effect because your body's still not the same as it used to be. So I
Yeah.
just think of the side effects. I think how it affects your natural body makes a difference. So I am a fan of good skincare products that does help hide those fine lines. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and finding those good products are hard, but once you find a good regimen, stick with that. Let it be
Agree.
natural. That's my thought on it. What is your thought,
Well,
Paprika?
so like you said, we have those conversations. So for those of you who don't know, that my first surgery that I had on my face, I got my under eye bags done.
Mhm.
So I
You
got those
good?
removed. So that was a help because they were like really, really thick. Which that's pretty much like hereditary. Everybody doesn't have that.
Mhm.
I think it's more like of the dark circles, but you can just cover those up. But then the second thing that I got done, was I got filler in my smile line.
Mhm.
So, um, when I went in to get, the young lady asked me, she said, the first thing she said was, "Is it because you lost weight?" I was like, "No, it's because I'm getting old. I ain't lose no weight."
Did you tell her that for real?
Plump me up, ma'am.
To pump me up?
Give me your 70 cc's or whatever it was you got. But anyway, so my smile lines were a little deep. This side right here, I probably need to go back and get a little more, but I'm not going back no time soon. But yeah, but
Oh, I can see what you're saying now. That side over there is a little, you can see it a little deeper than the other side.
right,
Mhm.
exactly.
Okay.
So I would have to go
I
back and
wouldn't have
get.
known though until you said
Yeah, I
so.
probably won't go no time soon, but I am going back.
I
But
know you will. Oh, I know.
anyway, was I a fan of it in the beginning? Absolutely not. But as I'm getting older, I am. And so, which now I'm paying more attention to people, like if I'm watching on TV or anybody online, I'm
Mhm.
paying more attention to see what, you can kind of tell them when they're like talking like,
I
like,
know, you can tell the difference.
yeah, you can tell that they're getting all the stuff. And
Right.
then, what's shocking to me is that the young girls are getting it, as early as 30,
Oh, and they don't
which,
need
that wasn't even, it could have been
good.
thought of, when we were our age, but I never even
No.
thought about doing that. But when you mentioned about the skincare, that is, yeah, that's huge. And when we were growing up, it was either Noxzema, um,
Mhm.
just Dove
Or
soap
Mary
or
Kay
whatever.
mask. Mhm.
Yeah,
Mary
that was
mask.
it. We didn't have all the skincare lines that they have now. So there's so
Oh,
many things
yeah.
out there. You got your vitamin C's, you got your hyaluronic acids, all that stuff. You got to make sure, we weren't putting on um SPF 50, what do you call it?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
The
we weren't putting
skin,
that on our face,
yeah, the
our
skin
sunscreen.
protector, sunscreen,
Putting
yeah.
sunscreen on our face, which,
Mhm.
we should have been doing that. We were putting baby oil all over our body trying to get a suntan.
Frying us up, frying us up, fry, fry. Yeah.
Hence, yeah. So yeah, but yeah. Do now, let me go back to my point. Do I like the whole, um, getting the Botox and the fillers? Botox, maybe not. Fillers, maybe. But I won't. I'm not going to go
Right.
super duper crazy with them. I'm just gonna, continue with my skincare routine.
Yeah, I think of it as once you do it, it's like we used to say, once you get a tattoo, you'll get multiple tattoos.
Yeah.
We
Yep.
found that that's true. Once you get them and you see the affection, you see that it's a positive effect, you'd be like, oh, well, let me continue. I think that's where people get kind of caught up in it. But like I said,
Mhm.
if you find a good skin routine, um, and a good product, you can stay on top of that. And
Mhm.
if it works for you, then do
Mhm.
what you feel because at the end of the day, this
Yeah,
is
for
your
sure.
life, it's your body, it's what makes you feel good and what makes you feel secure. And that's most important. I always think of the long haul, how it's
Yeah.
going to affect us in the long haul. And
Mhm.
that part you don't want to go back and regret,
Yeah.
when we used to tell our kids, don't get that tattoo yet, wait until you
Yeah.
know if that's what you
Right.
don't want, because then you're gonna be looking at it, be like, what was I thinking back then when I got this? So
Mhm.
it's the same thing. I think anything with fillers or
Yeah.
any alterations that you decide to do to change the natural effect of what your
Mhm.
body does, I think just something to think about. And I
Yeah.
always advise pray on whatever it is that you're gonna make the
Absolutely.
decision on, because
Mhm.
that way you listen to the most important voice to
Mhm.
tell you if it's something that is for you or not for you, and then
Mhm.
go on that. But yeah,
Yep.
so
Good. 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 Good.
well,
Good.
this is a good one. We had a good
Good.
session. We had some thank you. I'm so excited to hear. As far as the Botox and the fillers, we want to hear your comments. Send
Yeah.
us an email on your comments in reference to what would you do? Would you
Mhm.
and your feelings about fillers and Botox, or even any other alteration that comes with you aging?
Mhm.
Because I just love to share that and read back comments when we have a session, when we go through our emails and we say this is how the audience felt about some of these things. So we look forward to sharing that on upcoming episodes. Well,
Mhm.
Susan, we've done episode 2 already.
Yeah.
What? Well, guess what, guys? We got some more episodes coming. And just to give y'all an idea of what we have coming, you want to share just a little of the topics that we have coming down the line? Let's see what we have is going to be coming up as we move forward. We're going to have Give Yourself Some Grace is going to be one of our episodes. We're going to have Oh Boy. Did we have some fun? Girl, we had some fun. Did we have some fun? We had some fun.
Secrets.
Ooh, secrets. I like that. I like that. Nope, you're going to keep your secret. Anyway, episode 5 is going to be Life is So Precious. And then episode 6 is going to be Young and Cray Cray. Because we were young and sometimes cray cray. And sometimes we still are cray cray.
Yeah, emphasis on the cray cray.
Emphasis on the cray cray. And we might have some guests come join us. Ooh, I would love to have some guests. Yeah, I love some
definitely
guests.
Won't be sending Miss Carrie that episode, that's for sure.
Miss Carrie, baby. Or maybe not even Miss Beezy.
Yep.
Now, Miss Beezy is my mom, and Miss Carrie is her mom. So when you hear us talk about them, we're being a little transparent here, but we also got to answer some questions when we finish these episodes. So we be mindful of
That's right.
things we share. But anyway, we thank you all for joining us. Paprika, you want to call us out, see us out here?
Well, y'all, thanks again for joining us. Episode 2 is wrapped up. We just wrapped it up. We hope you all enjoyed episode 1. We're looking more forward to just, talking to you guys. And I hope you all kind of interact with us. Let us know what else you want to hear. So everyone just go on and have a great rest of your day.
And first and foremost, we want to thank God. Thank God for all that he does. Thank God for all that he's doing. And thank God for all that he's going to do. Because without him, none of this is possible. So we thank you guys for listening.
Amen.
Until next time, peace and be blessed.
We out.
We're out. Bye.
Bye.